Live. I think we're good. Make sure we're live. All right, we live. Good. Let's talk about for a second. Get a moment. Get a feeling back in here. Appreciate those who watched this before, now, and after. Before didn't make no sense. We're not telepathic. But those who are watching it live, those who do watch it later, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. We're going to talk about Hulk Hogan today. Hulk Hogan passed away. Believe me or not, there was already info for those who might have been paying attention through the know-hows that Hulk Hogan was sick. We kind of knew about 2 weeks ago or so. Just certain people put the news out more than other folks. But yeah, so Hulk Hogan was true. I think they were trying to do damage control over the past couple of days. There was rumors going around saying that Hulk Hogan wasn't sick. He was fine, healthy, and all that type of stuff. But we were, not I was, because I'm not Hogan's buddy, but I heard through another person, that type of shit, that Hogan has been sick for a little while. But yeah, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, passed away. We gonna get in. Hope we get a couple folks. What's up? Give me a second here. Can't type right now, bro. Get on this Hogan shit. Reason why I give your opinion, hit the link for this video will be for those that may catch it live and want to join the conversation, because if you look on social media, there's a lot of back and forth arguing out here for against and for Hulk Hogan right now. Hogan was a controversial figure out here in the world, was known for being the iconic Hulk Hogan since Hulk Hogan must have started for me, I remember Hulk Hogan is early around 87, 88-ish. More prominent, 89, 90. The Macho Man, the 88, 89 Macho Man run. Just I'm trying to look. When did Hogan hit the WWF from? Because I know Hogan was in the AWA and stuff in Japan for a while, for a bit. My phone would stop acting up here. Hulk Hogan hit the WWF when? What year was it? I got a feeling it was 84, 83. They update your wiki as soon as you pass. '83. Hogan began his professional career 77, WWF, which is WWE now, 83 going into 84. So I was spot on, correct. The Hulk Hogan has haters. Hulk Hogan has people. And here's the thing. You can dislike Hogan. For all the people that are moaning and bitching, the people who like Hogan, you can actually dislike Hogan. There was people who disliked Hogan before they found out he was a bigot. But my point today, what we're going to argue, what I want to bring up today, is the point of the whole racist thing. Like, niggas are... People are weird. Hogan was a scary guy the moment they found out that Hogan didn't want BBC and his daughter. The moment Hogan became the nightmare. It's crazy how the cancel culture does things while they ignore other things. We'll get to that down the line. Hogan told folks, it ain't even just black folks, bruh. The biggest issue right now in society, right now, are white liberals. Black folks are just caught up in the goddamn in like the sniffing their asshole. And not all black folks. We talking about the non-intelligent ones. And just before we get back into this Hogan shit, I'm gonna get some warming up. It's gonna take some warming up. I'm rusty as shit. I ain't streamed like this in years. So just let me soak in some motherfucking sun like Superman for a bit. Hulk Hogan opened up doors for a lot of people. He is the main creation of why people have interest in what I would call theatrical wrestling. What we see today, which is now the most popular wrestling, the WWE style. Hulk Hogan is popular for that. He is the one, the main reason why that took off. Him and also Cyndi Lauper. Because during the time, people don't, you know how people have forgetful minds. We only remember things that are in the moment at the time, that we bandwagon at the time. We forget what we were just bandwagon 5 minutes ago, and the last celebrity 5 minutes ago that they were bandwagon, and the last celebrity they were bandwagon 5 minutes ago. It continues on. It's weird how humans move. So Hogan was a juggernaut in introducing mainstream wrestling. We had rock and roll wrestling, basically. Remember the cartoon Rock and Roll Wrestling we got from Hulk Hogan back in the days? Him and Sergeant Slaughter. I'm trying to think, not Freddie Blassie, but the other manager. Damn. We always wore the fly shirts, the Hawaiian shirts and shit. The name stuck on the tongue. It stuck. But anyway, Hogan was huge in that. Then Hogan was huge in the early 90s in making little boys get out every day, work out, eat their vitamins, and behave. He was very influential on that. Kids had Hogan tapes they used to put in their cassette. Niggas used to come after school, do the Hulk Hogan workout. Yeah. And then Hogan went to WCW. Just doing a little history here, Hogan. I should backtrack just a little bit. Did I go back from the Mega Powers, him and Macho Man, and then the shit with him and Ultimate Warrior? See, Hogan and Macho Man were like peanut butter and jelly. There wasn't no Macho Man without Hogan and vice versa. It fit. Crazy how we lost almost all of our legends are gone, except for Flair. Somehow Ric Flair had a big ass wound on his head yesterday. Yeah, big ass wound. Somebody said that John Moxley stabbed him in the forehead. That was funny. But then Hogan went to WCW. He did his little thing there with the Dungeon of Doom. I think that's what that group was called back then. And then out came the NWO. One of the biggest groups, things that were one of the biggest influential groups, period. You got to give respect to Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and them guys for that. X-Pac. Then it seemed right after the NWO, you could start seeing everything start to slowly start going downhill for Hogan. Like Hogan was trying to keep his body up too long, hold that spot for too long, and what people call holding back other people. When Hogan turned heel, I don't think you can name a bigger wrestling moment. Hogan turning heel would have been equivalent to like Optimus Prime becoming a Decepticon. You would freak out. Batman started shooting. Well, actually, I think he does shoot in some of the newer stuff. But I think you get my point. Hogan turning heel was huge, and the NWO became a huge thing because, like, props to NWO was cool because of the other guys like Kev Nash and all those dudes. But NWO became mega huge because Hogan was wearing the NWO colors and the logo. Now, I'm going to speak on just a perspective because Nobu said Hogan was a horrible politician backstage, but by most accounts. And I'm not knocking that didn't happen. I'm just putting things into perspective because how we tend to blindly hide think, right? Let's tell the fucking truth. Wrestling is the most selfish sport or business, because it's not sport business, whatever you want to call it. Wrestling is technically the most selfish. You don't really have to be a team player. Being a team player is something you can be. It's almost like you can be nice, but you don't have to. But that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. And I'm not saying that for Hogan. What I'm talking about is in wrestling, everybody is out for themselves. Not just Hogan. Not just Hogan. Everybody is out for themselves. From The Rock to The Undertaker to Stone Cold to you fucking name it. They all have been out for themselves. Ric Flair, that's what the business is. It's a glorification of yourself type business. And one thing about fame for a lot of people, once you gain it, you don't want to leave it. And I think for us, if we have never had our feet in those shoes, we don't understand the perspective of the addiction of fame, right? If you've been the number one guy your whole life, or for 20, 30 years, in your brain, you're still the fucking man. Why do you think Ric Flair still runs around at almost 80 years old, wooing and not giving a fuck? Because in his brain, he's going, nigga, I've been the shit for 50 years. Y'all ain't telling me shit. So it's the same thing for Hogan and all those type of guys. They've been there and they've done that. So it comes off to people as if, which they are entitled to say it, because it can hold people back. So it's kind of like a misconception of things. Because here's another thing I'm going to point out. Outside of The Rock and Stone Cold, name another wrestler who is so, what's the word I'm trying, like grandize. Everybody knows their sayings. Everybody copies them. Since Ric Flair and Hogan, there's four guys who I just named. Rock, Stone Cold, Ric Flair, and Hogan. Name any new guys in the last 20 years that everybody runs around mocking shit that they do. I'll wait. Niggas did this for 5 minutes, but that was Tony Yayo doing that shit. That's why that was cool. Wasn't because John Cena, because it was Tony Yayo doing that shit. Ain't nobody running around doing this. Roman Reigns, nothing but wrestling geeks. I don't see motherfuckers in their real life out there going, Everybody was Hogan. And still to this day, they mock and copy Hogan and Ric Flair. That's why I said the only two you can really add is maybe The Rock and Stone Cold. So you have to look from it, not you, but you have to look at the perspective of these are guys who still love the business, carried the business, and they're still looking at the younger town going, I'll move when you move me. Hell, majority of his new talent ain't even better than Roddy Piper. All of our grandparents and parents knew Roddy Piper. So I always try to look at things from perspective instead of being the bitch. And the first thing people do is go racist, right? I try to be logical. Now, if racism applies, I'm going to use it. Even the fact of the matter, what Hogan saying about his daughter, him not wanting his daughter with BBC to have a black baby. Let's break this down logically. Niggas is getting upset like they sticking they dick in broke anytime soon. The average nigga ain't getting broke, Hogan. So why the fuck? Her daddy said that shit. If he would have said it in private, would it have hurt your feelings? But niggas only act like it hurt their feelings because it's public. So now we gotta pretend. Niggas are scared of opinion of some shit that doesn't even actually physically stop you, do anything, have anything to do. It doesn't bother a nigga at all. It's just a nigga opinion about him and his fucking daughter or what he won't. If we was to go in all of our houses, don't even go there. Or there's some of the opinions of don't even go, oh well, I really matter. That's you, and don't act like it's only you. This is part of the celebrity shaming that people like to do. If somebody's doing something better than someone, let's find something to make them look fucking bad. And we've created a society of pussies who all they do is try to find things now that bothers them. I could give a fuck if Hulk Hogan said that shit because I'm not fucking broke. And I won't be fucking broke. So if it makes him a bit of a bigot, that's about it. Hulk Hogan ain't stopping me from getting a goddamn job for me to cry. The last time I checked, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, Virgil wouldn't have had a job. You gotta remember Virgil. I want you to wonder about this, Noble. Hulk Hogan said that, right? And it doesn't that mean I even agree with it, but it don't bother me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Niggas are crying about that, but they ain't crying about how niggas make lyric after lyric about killing niggas or setting niggas up. Or they ain't mad about Glorilla making songs about setting niggas up. Or Megan Thee Stallion about setting niggas up. Or other. They're outraged. How about this? You want to know what your real racism is right now? A lot of you niggas is still bootlicking this goddamn liberal, democratic. You still licking these motherfuckers' feet, and they are doing more harm to black folks and the uprising of black folks' growth than Hulk Hogan telling his daughter that he didn't want her with BBC. You niggas won't get upset about them goddamn Democrats, will you? They've been goddamn robbing black folks for 100 years, 100 plus years. Giving you the okey doke. You mad at words, not mad at the actual system of inactions of things that are actually affecting motherfuckers. Because, see, it's more, they get more fucking attention for going, I hate Hulk Hogan too. Because they know they can't do nothing about shows you how powerless people are. See, they can cancel Hulk Hogan, right? They can get less people to support because those are people that you can attack. They are reachable people. They're reachable people. won't put in half of the energy to go against people they can't reach. They'll sit there and argue with people that are telling them, hey, maybe you should pay attention and go reach over there a little bit. Stop reaching at Hogan. Hogan ain't gonna pass no law. Hogan ain't gonna pass no bill. Hogan ain't gonna do a goddamn thing but go there and tell you something, brother. That's all Hogan gonna do. Right. Black folks will sit down here and goddamn these goddamn snowflakes motherfuckers will vote left and right for goddamn these goddamn liberals and their liberal policies. See, one thing I've learned over the years is who my true enemy is. I know where the real racists are hiding. I know where the real racists are hiding. The ones who are telling me not to pay attention to what's right in front of my motherfucking face, which is telling me to change my language because my language is just too harsh for their feelings, even though what I'm saying is exact. See, it's easy for them to look at an ignorant white person that says something ignorant, right? So that says something ignorant, right? And make us the stupid ones who won't pay attention to go, hey, look at him. Isn't he racist? Meanwhile, that motherfucker will sit there and be one of the motherfucker voting for all the shit that keeps us down. But try to tell us about someone who's, I know my enemies. And let me tell you something about that white Democrat. That white Democrat does not like when black men are awoke. And black women too. That's where you get your black men that are walking alone. Because they isolate. They do a good job of isolating because attention is fucking gold for most people, especially most niggas. So niggas will go gold digging, which is fake gold, instead of going out there and go get them real gems. They won't go out there and go get the vibranium. They won't go get the false gold because the attention is worth fucking more. Now, this shit isn't about kissing Hogan's ass at all. Because there's a lot of things that Hogan did that was just dull as shit. Like I said, is he a bigot? Sure. Sure. But when I'm looking at niggerdom that are laughing at the death of Hulk Hogan, but yet they'll sit up here and make every excuse for other niggas that kill niggas if that nigga happened to die or some shit, right? The mind of the ignorant nigga is a complicated thing because you know what it is, but most time it isn't even worth the effort to fucking sitting down there having a conversation with, because you know what, the conversation's not going nowhere. These niggas are as dumb as the bitches that they breed with. And that's how I start looking at a lot of niggas. I no longer argue with niggas that don't lead their household. I have no time to argue with you. I'm not arguing with no grown men over sports. Not doing that shit. Because you can't have a conversation with niggas on logical things, but yet you'll have a conversation with niggas all day over fucking sports. I'm not, niggas are like grown fucking 10-year-old, 13-year-old. They just like working for other folks. Oh, he did say it in private, Noble, but it was caught. And that's my point. He said that shit in private. Had it not been caught, no one would have known. Nobody would have known. You got motherfuckers still throwing their goddamn children into a school system that is goddamn, once your child look like it ain't paying attention for 5 seconds, the teacher or some doctor in the school will send a report home to your fucking parent telling you that you got ADD. Like, where the fuck? But yet we crying about Hulk Hogan didn't want BB. Here's the fucking thing. I don't think any man want anything in their daughter. That's not something that we gonna be. Yeah, you want to? We go. So we don't even know what part of the conversation. Think about this. What part of the conversation did we catch? Brooklyn be like, yeah, they had big slaw on my face. I was and he was like, what kind? What color was it? She was like, it was black. He was like, oh, well, what would you do? Bro, to me, it ain't even that goddamn bothersome. Cause ain't nobody fucking broke that's upset about this shit. It's stupid shit for niggas to cry about because, again, it's something that they could touch. It's something for white liberals to tell niggas, look, cry about that. Meanwhile, they won't do a thing about the shit being flung in their face. What they'll do is ridicule the messenger. They'll ridicule the messenger or ignore him. Shit, if you technically look at it, a lot of niggas get paid now because of Hulk Hogan. People do not understand the money Hulk Hogan brought into that business. They don't get it. Hogan put a lot of food on a lot of people's plates. And back then, a lot of that talent wasn't even that good. And a lot of them boys ate because of Hogan. Here's another thing. And say Hogan was not letting certain people get certain spots because he wanted to stay on top. Because maybe he had his boys that he wanted to make sure was getting his spot. He was taking care of his boys. But, okay, do you know who's doing that right now? Are we crying racism about it? You know who's doing that right now? Right now in wrestling. Guess who's doing it right now? How many Samoans is on WWE TV? Go. The Rock, the Twin Boys, the Jay and Jimmy, Solo, fucking just a bunch of the motherfuckers. Then the girl or girls, because Jimmy's wife. Niggas just need something to cry about. Because it's something that they can reach. They can cancel you. If they can do something that bothers your livelihood, they're going to do it. They ain't going to do anything that they have to sacrifice. So, when niggas look at me funny for saying rest in peace Hulk Hogan, I don't give a fuck. Hogan didn't want BBC and his daughter. Let me ask each and any one of you gentlemen with daughters what y'all want in your daughter. Does that even sound right? The why y'all bothered about you? Get where I come from? But hey, niggas are so used to being upset and having this hive mind that they don't even think of what the fuck they upset about. That's why I can't be bothered about that shit. I'll never meet, I forgot, what's her name? Beth, Brooke. I'm not gonna meet Brooke. Hogan held some people back. People hold all you niggas back every day at your job, B. Fuck y'all. What you talking about? I mean, y'all asking for raises and shit. You fighting with a bank right now because the bank's fucking with you. Or you trying to get the end of your retirement, and they won't let you get something, your severance pay or something. You ain't going to go do nothing to them people, but sit there and cry. Bigger goddamn issues. Hogan to me was more influential. Hogan was more influential to more people than he wasn't. Again, I remember in the early 90s. 90 was like 90, right? Like 90, maybe 91 the most. Oh, when we were like 7, everybody was eating their motherfucking vitamins. I remember that shit. We used to even take the when we couldn't get there was Hulk Hogan vitamins, but there was also the Flintstone vitamins. We used to take them bitches too. Because the Hulk Hogan ones, they weren't where we were living, they weren't available all the time. So fucking we would have to go get the motherfucking Fred Flintstones one to flip. Turn on that Hogan tape and start working out, brother. Now, Noble, am I missing outside of Hulk Hogan having that conversation with his daughter? Am I missing something else with him being racist? Is there something I'm missing? Was there another incident or that's been pretty much it? A lot of people are saying fuck Hulk Hogan for being racist because they're trying to look cool amongst their people. And that's a fact. Because Hogan ain't did nothing to nobody besides not let The Rock win at WrestleMania when he was supposed to win. And fuck TNA up. That nigga he fucked TNA up. Noble, perfectly worded. Noble just said a lot of the internet is plain performative. Exactly. Hogan fucked TNA up. He came over to TNA, him and Bischoff with his man. They fucked TNA up. TNA was getting ready to go on a roll. They were on a little hot streak, and then Dixie dumbass signed fucking Hogan and Bischoff, and you just start seeing everything crumble. Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? I believe Hogan was a part of Eric Bischoff is supposedly having a wrestling event. I don't know if it's this week, next week. I'm not even sure because I'm not paying that shit no attention. Eric Bischoff he's become a bitter hater, so I really don't pay him too much attention. Anyway, I believe him and Hogan had put on a wrestling event recently. I don't think obviously Hogan's not going to make it, but I can't remember the date. They barely sold 400 tickets. Like the sales are really fucking bad. That's how bad of a businessman Eric Bischoff is. They can't even sell 1,000 tickets. We're talking about Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan. They're putting on some new wrestling event type thingy. Sponsored by like that Hogan beer or whatever the hell it is. I'm just glad I got my Hogan merch before the prices go up. Got my Hogan merch. Got my Hogan auto. Got some Hogan memorabilia. Yep. I'm getting all the old guys. They all starting to get old. There ain't no game. Life, and there's another reason why. Life and death comes for all of us. So Hogan might have been very ignorant on some things, as we all are ignorant. Like, ignorant doesn't escape any of us. It's how you behave upon your ignorance. And to me, that's why I'm not mad at Hogan. Because how did Hogan behave upon the ignorance of saying, Oh, he didn't want his daughter getting BBC. Did he tie Brooke to the fucking table or some shit where she couldn't leave the house and couldn't go get no BBC possibly? Or was she still a grown woman that could have went out regardless of what he thought, went out, got her some BBC and brought back a black grandchild? Do you get where I'm coming from? So it's the actions of the ignorance. If you play upon the ignorant, because everybody's ignorant, it's are you willing to be corrected of your ignorance is the key. But again, we act like that's not a real thing that don't exist. So what we do is attack the people who we could touch, and we ignore the people who we don't. Pudding pop, pudding. There's a whole lot of people who should be getting smacked upside the head right now. Like, what's that black girl is she Chicago? The black girl, what's her name with the weave? Always this all the damn time. I can't think of a name off top of my goddamn head. Well, it don't be making no sense. Yeah, a whole lot. And now that Hogan's gone, who you gonna hate next? Who you gonna hate next now that Hogan gone? Whoever the media tell you so. He said the I'm trying to think of her name. Hold on. She's like she's not a senator. She's like a fucking A. She's not a governor, is she? No. The fuck that bitch name, man? That stupid bitch with the weave. I think she's like a politician in Chicago. Fuck, what's her name? Because now, yes, right? It is Tiffany Henry, right? Look, now I gotta Google the bitch because I make sure that's the right bitch. I can't stand her, right? I want to make sure that is that her. Yeah. Oh my God, look. Her and her little bug eyes. I can't stand her. I don't know nothing about Thornton Township, but this little Henry bitch, I can't stand that bitch. Again, somebody who's out here insulting the intelligence of black folks by trying to pull their fucking leg. Y'all mad at Hogan? You got black folks in Chicago trying to stand right up to this bitch. Because what I'm loving right now is you're starting to see black, like a strong fucking what they call it, group, a nice formation of black folks now that are starting to go, hold up, I feel so. I said this to y'all a long time ago. This is that's my like justification for everything I've done over the years and said, I didn't need the limelight. I just want to see motherfuckers wake the fuck up. Because I know how the world gonna be better. I'll be fine. I'm loving it. I'm loving seeing people wake the fuck up right now. But it's just like you still got this other side of dummies right now that we battling against. They really stupid. So it's like the smart folks versus the dummies right now. And what's so fucking crazy, the dummies really think they smart. The dummies will sit up there and argue with you and tell you how smart they are, but they're not smart. Right, she does black folks dirty. So it's hard for me to have a hate for Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan's not doing black folks dirty currently. This hanging bitch is currently. And that's why I'm coming back. And Noble, I'm going to start. Noble, Even if you need to kick me in my ass every day, just say, bro, go live about some shit, whatever. I need to come back. I need to be on my live shit. This shit that motherfucking, you see the shit Barack Obama said? Barack Obama said that every young black boy needs a gay role model. I don't know, man, about these dudes. Because I had uncles, grandfather, my father. I had a lot of manly men around. And yo, you want to know what's funny, though? I will say this. My second, he would have been my second, fifth, and sixth grade because he moved up with us. He was actually gay. But check this shit out. We didn't know till we got older. The whole time he was teaching us, there was never like, he wasn't doing that yes, girl, shit. He dealt with us like a black man, taught us like a black man type shit, was honest as fuck. If there was an issue, he'll call your mother in a minute or your dad. Yo, your kid's here, blah, blah, blah. I'm letting you know your kid's acting the fuck. Like he was on some real grown man shit. But it wasn't his sexuality that rubbed off on us because I didn't fucking know till years. I'm talking about when I got older. And the motherfuckers was like, my uncle knew. He was like, yeah, you know, he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I didn't fucking know. He was like, because you would never fucking know. But my point of the matter is you don't need no motherfucker with their sexuality telling you about their sexuality. That don't make no sense to me. You know what's nice? I remember my grandfather telling me to work fucking hard. He didn't tell me a damn thing about getting bitches. I had to get bitches. Obama's a goddamn clown. A lot of these guys do not value the love and the learning skills that black men possess and men possess. Because I'm not even going to just make, well, it is a black thing because Obama made it a black thing. That black men have taught down for centuries. Right. You know why I don't care about gay guys who don't tell me their business? Because I don't know their business. I don't care. See, that's how when motherfuckers when you make a comment, someone will try to tell you, oh, you're homophobic. But if you be like, well, if you never told me your business, I wouldn't have an opinion on it. Because even if you have an opinion about it, jokingly, they'll say you're homophobic. Like homophobic doesn't have a meaning. But we're living now in a society we're allowing soft flake ass pussies to tell us what language is. Nobu, I had a white woman call me a Nazi today or yesterday. I fucking, bro, I tearballed the emojis. I was like, did you just really? I didn't look. Remember what I said to you earlier? I'm not arguing with stupid people no more. I said, you just really called a black man, a native black man, a Nazi? Yeah. I'm not about to try to prove shit to stupid people. The best way to live life free is stop trying to prove yourself to stupid people. And people, you think you're better than people. Don't care. You got to live life like that. If not, what you end up doing is submitting to other people's standards, and a lot of people have stupid standards and low fucking standards. They don't use logic very well, so you cannot go by other people's standards, especially when you look at where they're going at the end of the road. Do I gotta read? Do you hear me? If they're going nowheres anyway, if y'all ain't on the same road, your journey is trying to keep going. They stagnant and cool here. They cool with that 1-bedroom apartment. You looking at it and going, I need 10 bedrooms just because I can. And he go, well, why you need 10 bedrooms? And you go, because I can. Well, I'll go with one. You just do this. That's how you need to do with life and opinions. Motherfuckers who have opinion in a 1-bedroom apartment. Right. Obama was the first socially accepted as black, if that's what you want to call it, right? And he didn't do a goddamn thing for black folks, even though wasn't it Trump last term? His last was it? Who did? Fuck, I'm having a little brain fire here because I know Trump did let out a few people, right? And even just now, he was trying to let out. Wasn't it Tookie? He was trying to get Tookie out. He was trying to get but then the feds blocked it, if I'm correct, right? Which lets you know that the president can't be a goddamn tyrant. For all those that try to say that Trump is a tyrant. But Hulk Hogan, poor fella. Hogan's been sick for a while. Like I said at the start of the show, I knew for a couple weeks because if you listen to the right people who knew the insider news about it, there was already rumors of Hogan has been on his close there for at least the last 2 or 3 weeks from the reports that I heard. That's how I already knew. Like you can ask my wife will tell you. I told her like 2 weeks and I said, babe, we're gonna get the news soon of Hogan's passing. I got a report that Hogan's gonna be gone soon. She said, I was like, yeah, it's not looking good for Hogan. And then they were trying to do control damage with it, and then freaking boom, Hogan passed away. I called her downstairs early. I said, babe, what did I say to you a couple of weeks ago about Hogan? They say he's gone. She said, I said, I told you the news what I heard. He said, Obama was just fucking performing. Obama was just performing. A lot of people fell for Obama, and I get it. The optics of having the black president that looked like us and shit, it felt good. Jeezy, Jay-Z, and all of them with their songs and shit. I understand. I get it. So I'm not going to go there, even though I can say we were gullible. Because being gullible is not an excuse. We still should be aware because I don't think it's fear. I don't think it's just like how me and you are right now about some stuff that we talk about, but people don't listen. It's not fair to people who warn things to people that just act all nonchalant about it. It's life that we're not going to like listen sometimes, right? But I believe people deserve their just due credit. And people need to get better at going back to people who were right and going, hey, cuz you were right. You were right. But we don't live in that type of society. We live in a weird society where shaming people is more fucking hive-minded than congratulating people for actually being right. Because people warned us about Obama. People were calling them racist. Right? Again, what I was saying, blindside. What the liberals like fucking doing these Democrats do is go, oh, see that? That person said don't like Obama. That person racist. This shit don't even make fucking sense. But if you're an emotional dumbass, you'll sit there and be like, yeah, you're right. He must be racist. Instead of this shit don't even make sense. Hogan, to me, I thought racism was a system. Like racist was part of people holding people back from doing something. That's why I said if Hogan's a bigot, yeah, I get all that. Yeah, whatever. So the fuck what? Niggas be bigots all the goddamn time. Most black mothers are bigots. Tell me when I'm lying. Because they'll go out there tell their son don't date a white chick, but got white women hair in their head. Tell me when I'm lying. Obama was nothing but a Manchurian candidate. Nothing more. Just like the majority of what we see out there. The only one that's not totally right now is Trump. Why you think the world is in a fucking dizzy over fucking Donald Trump? Because he's shaking the goddamn podium. They don't like that shit. That's why I keep the more and more you pay attention, you can see who the real racists are. Huh? You can fucking see them. You can fucking see them. They show their ass. They're hateful. They want people to die. They want you to shut up. I want you to think about them. Tell me I'm lying. They always talk about, let's say Hogan. Have y'all ever seen Hogan talk like how y'all see white liberals talk? Go. I'll fucking wait. Have y'all ever seen Hogan talk like y'all see white liberals talk? They're the most hateful beings on the fucking planet. Hateful. Run around preaching peace and love and shit, and then turn around, oh yeah, I don't agree with you. You have to die. You have to lose everything. The problem was we used to punch those type of people in the mouth. Social media was their biggest armor. You said there's social racism, which is peer-to-peer, then there's systematic racism, right? And like I said, was Hogan maybe holding down some brothers in the industry? That's very possible. Very possible. But to me, it wouldn't be Hogan. That's the industry. That's still happening to this day. There's black guys right now currently in WWE still being held down to this day. Seems more like a systematic thing. Hogan was just the nigga on top. I mean, ask yourself this question. Be honest. If you're the number one guy, are you letting it go? Or did they got to take it out of your dead hands? Or you'll retire when you want to retire, right? They don't get to tell you when you get to retire. Because you're the number one guy. What did Michael Jordan do? Michael Jordan came back, went to the Wizards, and was still the number one guy, wasn't he? He was the number one guy. And then retired then when he wanted to retire. No one was telling Jordan at 40, 42 years old that you shouldn't be doing this no more. Just like LeBron right now. LeBron's 40, 41. And ain't nobody on the court telling LeBron what he shouldn't be doing. Because they're the number one guy. They'll go down when they're ready to go down. I don't believe Hogan was an actual I don't think he hated black people. I think he was ignorant. That's just my opinion. I don't think he hates black or hated black people. I think he was ignorant because there's still, you ever been around a white person that is cool as shit, but they'll say something ignorant and you got to check them? Does that make them? Most niggas I know hang around white folks like that. Most. And when you call them on it, the nigga, the first one, my body not racist. Trust me. He be hip, hoppy, hippie. How many of them come to save Eminem? I'll wait. Yo, Noble, are you ready for what I'm about? Noble, you know what? Noble, let me roll this joint. I'm about to, yeah. Oh boy, y'all rip, y'all. You shouldn't have just let that shit pop my head. Eminem, hold up, cuz. Boy, oh boy. Y'all go share this, please, and thank you. Hit that like button. Tell a friend. I'm about to turn up here in a second. I'm about to show you how fake these motherfuckers are. This is why I can't stand these motherfuckers. I don't like fake people like that. I don't give a fuck. Niggas need to have some sort of standard. Okay. Join this room. By the way, I'm smoking some green Lambo. Eminem was known for what? What got leaked of Eminem years ago? Noble, this is why I can't stand these motherfuckers. They're so fake. I can't stand these motherfuckers. And they will argue with me because you want to know why they'll defend Eminem? Because they got a white rapping buddy. I can't stand these motherfuckers. Eminem did what? He got a racist fucking tape. This is the shit that makes me mad about society, you fucking pussies. Eminem got a goddamn racist tape, a whole goddamn rap. But what you got? A whole goddamn sniveling ass fucking niggas. What they like? Oh, no, Massa Eminem ain't racist. I'm telling you, Massa Eminem ain't racist. Because they hoping he give him a fucking rap deal. Or they got a white buddy who raps and hope they get a rap deal fucking from. Can't stand these motherfuckers. Just full of shit. Love using our culture, but don't love telling the truth. Or don't love when we tell the truth. So Eminem can make a whole fucking rap song being racist. Hogan can have a preference for his daughter. Hogan the bad guy, Eminem the yo. Fuck out of here. That's why I don't listen to none of his shit to this day. He's so really fucking good. I know a lot of people who's fucking good. I ain't gotta listen to him. I don't relate to him. I know a lot of people who's fucking really good. So Eminem gets a pass, but the nigga who told you to eat your... Oh my God, this is this is why I'm the king of this shit. So the motherfucker who told you to go eat some vitamins is racist. The motherfucker who told you to go eat some pills, he the good guy. He bad. Eminem got black friends. D12. Oh boy, I'm telling you, the world we have to live in, and that's why I said earlier, and it sucks. We have to live a world around a bunch of fake, phony fucks. Fake, phony fucks. Where's Eminem? Look. Eminem. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can find this on YouTube. Eminem racist song. Eminem Eminem, racist. Dark Tapes. That's right. It wasn't even one song. It was Dark Tapes. They call it the racist rap hour tapes. The racist rap hour. You know that Eminem and his group at the time, you know, it was three other white guys, had made this whole tape with a lot of racist stuff on it. Bruh. Black women are bad, white women are good. So long story short, in the early 2000s, Eminem had been beefing this guy named Benzino. And Benzino... Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, Noble. Because, again, we're going to use the word ignorant. And I'm going to break this down in later streams because I'm starting to believe I'm the only person capable of doing this. There's a bridge that's needs to be gapped properly. It's not just American blacks, bro. It's North American blacks because America is ignorant to Canadian blacks. American blacks think Canadian blacks are different. We'll have to explain that later to them, but they don't get it. Okay, we're legit the same people. Like my people are from North Carolina and Virginia. It's like that's what, if you know the history of those people from there where they moved, they went back and forth through there type shit. But anyway, so if you know, then you know that we carry the same behaviors, family tradition, everything. That's why if people travel and know, before the internet, Black Canadians were doing the same thing Black Americans were doing at the same time and all the same fucking thing. But if you're ignorant, you don't know no better. But I'm gonna have to bridge that gap at a better time to do that. This isn't the video for that. But it's ignorant all over, bro. Black and North Americans don't stand for anything because you got to understand, bro. Black North Americans, for the most part, are just now starting to understand where they're even from, or starting to come from. And that's only some of us. A lot of motherfuckers are still slave-minded, bro. So do we have a lot of us that are woken up compared fighting the ones that are still fucking slaves? That's why Hulk Hogan bothers them. They don't get it. I know niggas who did worse to their family that they don't hate. Or they friends, people who they grew up with. But they hate perceived racist people on celebrities. Hey, shit wild, man. When you look at the shit, we live in a wild fucking world. But like I said, I'm going to break that down in further videos to those that are interested in that type of conversation, because I believe there's a bridge that needs to be gapped. Because I hear a lot of ignorant talk, and I'm going, niggas have no goddamn clue. No clue. Unless you know, you know. Old boy lives up here from, is it Eddie Robinson? I ran into him when did I run into Eddie? Well, 2 years ago now. Eddie, he bought something off me. I don't remember what the fuck it was now. But Eddie Robinson used to play with the Bulls back in the days. He got with some chick up here, right? He's out here. He's out here in one of the black communities now. I don't know if they're married or not, but he's been out here for a couple of years, at least like 10 for a minute. He's been out here for a minute. But again, a lot of people don't know because they don't know their peoples. They only know what they know. And again, like I said earlier, I'm not going to get mad and hateful towards people who are ignorant. I'm just going to speak my piece. Motherfuckers don't like it. They don't fucking like it. I'm going to speak my piece. And what did I say? Keep traveling my motherfucking road. I ain't got no time to prove nothing to dumb people. It's just it's a point of wasting your fucking time. We're not doing that. And what's crazy is most Black Americans don't stand for anything because goddamn the attention is worth gold. We don't teach a lot of our, and with a lot of our boys and girls coming from single parent homes, the mothers aren't teaching longevity. They're teaching survival. So you have a generation that keeps teaching survival because they were taught survival. Now they're teaching that shit down, and there's no fathers to teach the balance, to pass things down properly, right? We got the mess that we fucking got. And this was done on purpose by who? People don't even understand. That was done purposely by the white liberal, that female feminist. And what did our women do for attention? Me too. There's coupons that come with that. There's free stuff to come with that. Yeah, we'll throw our men in trash. Oh, and the game being played on them. The okie doke. Now we're gonna get more in that. We have more conversation. Noble, I hope in the future you hop up on the panel. We'll have more conversations and the likeness of and real conversations and still funniness because I'm not stopped. Like I'm still gonna be roasting niggas. They crossing it. Still gonna do my roasting. I'm not. We're still going full, no holds bar. Hey Noble, quick question. Should I change this channel back to cut the bullshit? I was gonna call it cut the BS. I'm not gonna put bullshit just so fucking Google doesn't fuck with it. Should I put it back to my original channel name, cut the bullshit? I've been contemplating on that shit. Like I almost did it before I started the stream, but I didn't want anyone to see me live and be like, yeah, cut the BS. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of, putting it back to the original channel. I'll probably do that after I get off of here and shit. Because that's what I'm gonna get back to all that, like just raw fucking content. Raw, opinionated, logical content. Time to make my long return. It's gonna take me to get something. Like I said, it's gonna take me. I'm Superman with low powered right now. I'll get my power back. Let me get in the sun a little bit. Like Wolverine in one of those rejuvenation chambers. Yeah, so like I said, that Hogan shit don't bother me at all. It really don't. Do I agree with what he said to his daughter? Really, isn't my. Here's another thing. Is it my business? People are only upset because they're told to be upset because they heard it. But is it really our fucking business? Noble, I know you ain't got no children, but are you going to say to your daughter, hey, daughter, Free Willy? I don't care who you bring home, Free Willy. We don't know. And guess what? Whatever you say to your daughter ain't my fucking business. So I'm not asking you what you would say. I'm just giving you a perspective. Right, no, right. We got niggas who hate other niggas for stupid shit. Right. But we all sort of have a preference as a dad. We're still going to be kind of like, maybe that's not a smart choice. Right? If you had a daughter, she came home with a nigga with a fucking rhino nose earring, blue hair, and he was kind of like really awkwardly, faggoty, weird or some shit, and you'll be like, come on, get that shit the fuck up. Get the fuck, come on. What we doing here? Because let's just be honest. As a father, I want the breed of my children productive. Like I want them. Like like we obviously can't predict what they're going to be, but we're hoping for the best. Does that sound about right? So that means we do sort of have a preference. Does that make us bad? because we want the best that come from me. Am I wrong? Again, not that you can control it, but you can still have an opinion or preference. But that's a conversation don't know what they don't want to have. Because people don't want to be adults. People want to be children and be told how to think and how to hate. We just had some of the most racist politics in the world in recent years, and still going on in from city to city and state to state and places. Some of the most racist motherfuckers. You got motherfuckers bringing a bunch of goddamn they're bringing all those people in so they can flood out everybody else for cheap labor. But no, no, I don't like those type of people for making that observation. Do you see where that would make me know by they could call me a bigot? So me being mad at Hogan, we all have opinions on things that somebody might look at and say that's ignorant. Either we're right or wrong. Because I'm right, but somebody may look at that and be like, that's ignorant. That's me, do I give a fuck? As long as I'm right, I don't give a fuck. If I'm wrong, I ain't scared of shit to not change up. That's the thing. Like, if I'm wrong, I ain't scared of shit to not change my opinion if you can prove me wrong. They got a wrestler in there right now in WWE, goddamn, doing Nazi movements and shit. No boo. His name is Gunther. Name sound just like Hitler made the motherfucker. Can you even say that name on YouTube, or would they fucking fuck with you for saying Chitler? And you know where the gimmick is mimicked from. It's a moniker right from it. Now we just, we ain't nothing. Motherfucking music hit. Nobu. Gunta, Blashty, Blash, Loose, Slash, Wolf, Whoosh, he slap. Sound just like Hitler, Blash, Blash, Hitler. Should be right in front of our face. Triple H is a known goddamn bigot. Hey, hold up 1 second. Remember when Triple H and them guys did blackface? Did Hulk Hogan do blackface? See, no, this is why I don't have no fear on challenging people on their stupidity. Triple H and them guys did blackface, and they were yo. Remember, you can go look it up right now on YouTube. Triple H is the head of creative of WWE. Oh yeah, and the Booker T stuff. Yeah, thank you. That's why I have no fear. What is there to be afraid of when most of society is scared and the most they're gonna do to you is I'm gonna bother you. I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna cancel you. Triple H directly held Booker T down. Booker T was hot as fuck. It should have won. He said, no, nigga. Wasn't happening. Triple H thought he was bigger than wrestling. All Triple H has ever been is what they call Nepo baby. He's favored because he's married into the fucking family. See, I don't forget wrestling. I'm a historian when it comes to wrestling. I've been watching fucking wrestling since I can remember. Like I said, somewhere around 87, 88. I remember 88-ish, 89-ish. Through tapes, I remember 87 a bit. Because I kind of remember, flashbacks and shit. But I was still a little young. But people forget that Triple H was not fucking wanted. DX, let's get this fucking straight. Because I'm tired of this fucking this motherfucker too. He's another motherfucker to get on my nerves. Triple H came back from WCW around 94, 4, 5, somewhere around there, 5-ish. 95, I'd say. And he came back this snazzy gimmick of who the character of who Triple H actually is. Triple H is from Greenwich, Connecticut, right? Greenwich, Connecticut. If you look up Connecticut, that area outside of New Haven, that area is one of the most racial spots you can see. It's racist. Okay? But we'll sit there and overlook it because I love my Triple H. Triple H came out this big nose, snoozy fucking character. And he came out with China, who China carried this motherfucker for years. China carried him for years. No one gave a fuck about Triple H. All we cared about, because China kept helping him cheat the fucking win. Triple H wasn't no fucking good. China helped, interfered, kick the nigga in the balls, uppercut the nigga in the balls. That was it, right? When DX popped off in 97, it was because of Shawn Michaels and fucking Mike Tyson and fucking China. That's what happened there. And that's a fucking fact. Triple H was a fucking afterthought, and no one gave two fucks about Triple fucking H. Then Shawn Michaels got hurt. They had to scramble because Triple H would have became a fucking afterthought. And that's a fucking fact. So immediately after Shawn Michaels went out, they paired him up with X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws. X-Pac was popping because X-Pac had just came back from WCW and he was hot because he was a part of the NWO who was fucking hot at the time. And then Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were hot because they had those catchphrases. Oh, you didn't know? Yo ass better call somebody. And Billy Gunn did his little dancey dance thing. Mr. Ass. No, Mr. Ass came a couple years later. I don't think Mr. Ass would have been 97. 90. It might have been a year later, maybe. Or it was pretty close. Anyways, the attention was on those two, X-Pac and fucking China. Triple H started hugging the spot and making sure he won and won and won and won and won, because I think around 99, because he wasn't a man in 98 still. It was around 99 because I think The Rock left to go do a movie in 99, if I'm correct. The Undertaker then wasn't even he was more like a spotty main eventer. They didn't even treat him at that time then as the full-blown out legend that they started to, like, after he had the American Badass run. That's when they started treating him, like, after that run, as the fucking legend. Because for years, they didn't even put the belt on Taker like that for a while. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Triple H started taking the fucking number one spot because they didn't have anybody else at the fucking time. Nobody else, because they were trying to push Big Show, but Big Show wasn't working and Stone Cold was injured. So that they didn't fucking have nobody to fuck else. And they flopped on the King's shit, right? So they legit didn't have nobody. So they pushed Triple H, pushed fucking Triple H. No one gave a fuck. Triple H then got hurt. Then when he came back, he got that pop back. That's when he became a little bit more popular because, people were cheering him for the comeback. And he kept pushing himself over everybody, pushed himself over everybody, Then they got brought in WCW, right, at that time. And they could have pushed those WCW guys. They did not push not one fucking WCW guy that they could have fucking pushed. They killed Booker T. They killed all those young WCW guys. They had ECW. They killed all those ECW guys off. They fucking didn't do shit with none of those ECW guys at all. But I can't even think of an ECW guy that had a fucking title run. And I'm trying to think outside of Booker T from WCW who did anything. Outside of RVD, Booker T is who they used the most. And they really didn't give RVD anything for the most part, neither. He was more like a filler. So anyway, Triple H kept beating those type of guys for fucking years. And years. And fucking years. And fucking years. And fucking years. Until he had to fucking step down a bit because he was doing the NXT shit and backstage shit. But Triple H didn't do nothing but hold people back. And in fact, his time of holding people back was way longer than Hogan. We talk about racist shit. He's still goddamn doing niggas wrong. Talk about goddamn Hulk Hogan. Again, niggas is crazy out here. And they sensitive. Hulk Hogan hurt y'all feelings because y'all were told that he hurt your fucking feelings. He didn't hurt my feelings. Hogan didn't come out and be like, niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks. He didn't do that. Hogan didn't come out and say a lot of fucked up things out there that could have been said. Hogan had something that, you could look at and be like, but if you never heard it, you wouldn't have known. And like I said, that's him having a private conversation with his daughter. You wouldn't want your private conversation heard by anyone else about whatever conversation. It doesn't even have to be that, but you still don't want anybody to hear your conversation. So maybe, have a logical brain when you're thinking about being offended over Hulk Hogan saying something like that to his daughter that really doesn't even affect you. Doesn't affect you. We watch guys get it. I believe I gave 2 examples recently that outdo Hulk Hogan. You can't argue my points. If you think you can argue my points, you can leave me a comment for those that are watching afterwards. I would like to hear from you because I don't think you can beat the fact that Eminem made. Let me play it one more again. Eminem made this.
Basically, the biggest publication.
I want to hear the song. I don't want to hear.
Issue of their magazine.
Let's hear the song.
Listen, you could pay for a streaming app.
Hold up. I don't want the. I'm at least. Where's it at?
Announced they would be playing a tape of Eminem rapping racist. We didn't say I really don't like. We don't make. There was actually more records. Yeah, were you saying nigga and all?
Hold up. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. He really don't like we don't mix. Man, listen, boy. Let me tell you something, brother. Y'all full of shit. Man, that goddamn Hulk Hogan. But you ain't got that. Hold up. Man, that Hulk Hogan. You ain't got that energy for Eminem. Eminem ain't getting you niggas no record deal. Hey. Eminem not giving you niggas no record deal. Noble, you hear this shit?
Monkeys and stuff like that, nigga, and all that shit. Like that nigga shit. monkeys and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff that was on that tape never got out. They was already trying to sell the tapes way before I even think me and Eminem beat. We got to make this the same way that you guys have treated Mike Tyson. It is an insult to the ancestors, Kobe Bryant. And it is an insult to the race, O.J. Simpson. And it is an insult to every black person. Eminem claimed he had made
That's Umar Johnson.
stupidity and frustration after breaking up with an African-American girlfriend. Never take a black girl because blacks only want your money. And that shit ain't funny. Motherfucker, what?
Hold on.
After breaking up with an African-American girlfriend. Never take a black girl because blacks only want your money. And that shit ain't funny. Motherfucker.
I believe now I am going to change the title of this show. You hate Hulk Hogan, but you love Eminem. I'm changing it right now. What a beautiful but love. Let me know. Add on some in the chat. You let me know if I got something better. If you got something better. You hate Hulk Hogan but love Eminem. If I could put that emoji like this, I'm going to have to do it on my phone later. I'm going to have to put that emoji. Save. So for those that are catching this now and don't understand the reference to the title, you would have to go back through this video to see the shit and bring it down comparisons of things. Hulk Hogan was years ago. This platform is going to be based on what it was created on. Cutting the bullshit. And speaking my honest opinion. And trying to bring a logical perspective on things. What's your opinion on the Eminem shit compared to the Hogan? What's your opinion on it? Do you think those two things are comparable? Or do you think I'm reaching? What's the infatuation? What's the Eminem infatuation? Is it because Eminem is a gateway for white guys into our culture? And Hulk Hogan isn't? You could just claim Hulk Hogan as another old racist white guy, right? I'm confused. I'm sure there's many other examples that within time that I'll come up with and bring it to the forefront to bring the comparison on how we allow certain things to slip. But as soon as we're told something, everybody all of a sudden is bothered. It's weird. But yo, let me close this one out. I appreciate you, Noble, for joining the chat for this show. Shout out to you for joining the show. Thank you. Appreciate you. I know it's been a bit. I'm going to try to, like I said, give me a nudge. Say, bro, if there's shit there, I know there's something you could talk about. Even if it's just 15, even if it's not even just a live video, do uploads and shit. I got to get back on my goddamn game. I will. Been a good talk with you. Appreciate you. Shout out to those that were silent in the chat, didn't say anything, but you still gave a view. Appreciate you. I will holler at y'all next time. I'm out. If you watch this whole video, shout out to you. 90 minutes, but I'm out for now. Leave a comment as usual. I'll catch you guys next video. I'm out. Noble, I'll holler at you on the other side of social media. I'm out. Peace.